So moving on to the next topic, inter-county minor competitions will remain at under 17 after a motion to return them to under 18 competitions was defeated at Congress. The Kerry hurlers, they're going to be admitted automatic entry to the Munster Senior Hurling Championship should they earn promotion by winning the Joe McDonagh Cup. 98.2% of delegates voted in favour of giving them the same automatic promotion as other McDonagh teams who would go into Leinster. So I think that's fair enough. I'm happy to see that as well. As long as Kerry are happy with it, yeah, I'm happy with that.
Couple of things flew in under the radar here, Shano. And I actually like this, that players are going to have to go back to the 45 for the throw-in hurling now. So Mark Keane's goal will never happen again. Mark Keane's going for Ballygiblin, where he just ran in behind the ball, behind the throw-in and picked it up that way. That's going to, like, there's a couple of things happened over the weekend that probably flew under the radar. This is definitely one of them. I think what they're trying to do is avoid that ruck around the middle of the field where it's a bit of a lottery and the referee doesn't even throw the ball in between people. He just throws the ball anywhere and people just go running around. But the only thing it is about hurling, like, you wouldn't see it happen in any other sport. It's just, the game is just a bit mad, really, when you look at it. There's so many mad things happen. And sometimes referees even play into that. But the two linesmen are going to have some job getting everyone back to the 45 anyway, because it'd be a cavalry charge into the middle of the field.
Yeah, and also the Galway club champions are now going to have to go into Leinster. That was another thing that flew under the radar to some degree over the weekend as well. And a friend of mine from Galway, he got on straight away saying that, what if you're from one of the, and this is the same topic of conversation that the likes of Offaly and Laois might have with the Galway minor teams coming into Leinster, is what if you've just had a breakthrough county title win in, one of the not strongest counties in Leinster, and all of a sudden you're coming up against St. Thomas's, who are so experienced. But I'd say that's just life, really. We can't really have a team getting automatically into an All-Ireland semi-final, especially when, like, the Galway Championship isn't as, incredibly strong as it was before, when you've Athenry and, Portumna at the peak of their powers and so on and so forth. So I think I've no problem with this. Now I'm interested to see what they do with the All-Ireland semi-finals, though.
Yeah, that's it, exactly. And there's probably a good few things that have flown under the radar. The nature of the GAA person is, like, things come in at Congress. They don't really happen till next year. It's almost like the GAA president as well. Jared Burns, obviously, is the next GAA president. He's duked on tougher for the next year. But, like, he doesn't start till next year, so you don't really think about it until then. And then all of a sudden next year comes along. So what are they going to do with the Ulster champions? Is it just going to be an All-Ireland final between the Munster champions and the Leinster champions? Will Ulster end up in Leinster ultimately? Are there too many teams in Leinster then? When you have, like, within Munster, you're going to have the 5 big hitters. Within Leinster, then you're going to have Galway, Kilkenny, Wexford, Dublin, Offaly, Laois, potentially Antrim or Derry in there as well, or down. So yeah, it's going to be fascinating to see how that plays out.
Yeah. Also, Congress has approved that inter-county players can now play at under 20 and senior level, but they can only play for one of those teams in any 7-day period. At least there's a little bit of common sense going on now with this, because it basically ruined the under-20 championship for the last number of years. I would say the likes of David Clifford and Shawnee Shea, I should say, couldn't play with their team, and they would have definitely won that All-Ireland back then.
Imagine to say that David Clifford never played under 20 and Shawnee Shea, like, they never got to play under 20. It's bizarre. If you were Cottle O'Neill, you'd be particularly aggrieved here, though, wouldn't you?
And your Oisin Peppers, your Tiernan Cleans, your Gavin Lees.
The Oisin Peppers are really, really, really bad case list. He came on for a couple of minutes and was ruled out. Do you know what I mean? Like, you'd be really sick over something like that.
And, like, especially, like, even the managers of those under 20 teams, they of course have aspirations, and they're putting in huge amounts of time. Not to mention all of the backroom team, I should add.